It was at hippo pools near the Angolan border that Azaan was first spotted. The tendons of his hind legs were cut because he allegedly stole food. The travellers couldn't forget him, and back in Cape Town, they launched a Facebook campaign to find and assist Azaan. Many amazing adventures later, he now has a South African home and the care of vet Megan Kelly.
So I'm just checking to see how much stability we've got here. The braces are really going to be on for about 12 weeks, and we're just hoping that it's going to just help with some fibrosis around this joint and try and stabilize it a bit.
Azaan is a Hebrew name meaning the strong one. The only source of water available to this brave dog was a crocodile-infested river. Now, with careful care and special braces, he will heal.
So basically, we put the braces in this hot water. They've got thermoplastic in them. When they're heated, they go soft, so they'll be able to mold onto the leg. So now that it's been in the hot water for a while, you can see it's really soft. So I'm just going to dry it off with a towel.
The aim of the braces is to help him gain mobility. Azaan also had a heel bone attached with a metal pin and has a screw connecting the heel to the tibia.
So he's got a lot of instability in his hock. And so these braces are really just to help try and support that area. These thermomold braces are quite new to the veterinary field. They're all different types of orthotics, prosthetics and braces now, and not many people know that they're actually available, but they really are emerging in the market, and they're really great because they can help us vets. So, you know, people that maybe can't afford an op, we can use a brace and the dog won't have to be put down.
Azaan has been given a second chance to a long life filled with love and security.
Wow, what an incredible feel-good story, and all made possible by someone who had the bravery, the courage, the compassion to take the story of Azaan back home with her and then launch that Facebook campaign that saw these results. And finally, Azaan has a home in South Africa, and it's great to have Naomi Weir here with us this morning. Good morning.
Hi, how are you?
Very, very well. I mean, I wish that we could have recorded this entire conversation that we've had talking about Azaan's journey and how you got to meet him. But let's talk to everyone, tell them about it. How did you come to meet Azaan?
I was traveling with a group of friends. We were on a holiday, a 4x4 trip for 3 weeks through Namibia. And we saw Azaan about 4 days into our trip, right on the northern border with Angola, on the Canine River. We found him at the Hippo Pools campsite.
Yeah. So what was your first thoughts? I mean, you see this dog, and obviously, like you said to me, you could see that something was not right.
He was struggling. He was trying to make his way over to us, and his whole rear end was dropped nearly to the ground. So it looked like something had happened to his back legs. And by the time he got closer, we could actually see that it looked like something had happened to his tendons.
Yeah.
And I suspected that somebody had injured him, but I was hoping that wasn't the case.
Yeah. But you soon did discover that somebody actually did commit this horrific act.
Yes, we found out that a woman had actually cut his tendons because he stole food. And because these dogs hunt, it was essentially a death sentence. So she wanted him to suffer, she wanted him to starve, and so she cut him and left him.
So I guess the question is, you know, obviously you had, like you said, that was 4 days into your trip. Why not then take him there and then bring him back with you and then find him a home here?
A lot of people asked the question. The trouble is we were in a completely remote area. There's no facilities, there were no vets close by. Also, we didn't know how much pain he was in, so to try and pick him up, we weren't sure how he would respond and where we could take him.
Yeah.
We did actually stop at a lodge on the way out of the area and asked about vets in the area, or if there was anybody coming to the area, and they weren't very interested, and it didn't look like they wanted to get involved.
So I guess that's what prompted you and made you feel like you had to do something. So tell me what happened when you got back home.
Well, he'd been on my mind the entire trip, and in fact, I think the whole group had not forgotten about him, and I couldn't bear to think that he was there and he was suffering.
Yeah.
And I had to do something. So I sent out an email. I wrote an email just trying to explain what I'd seen. I didn't really know anything about what had happened to him at that point. But I sent out an appeal to anyone I could find in Namibia, and I got a response.
Wow, it's amazing. I mean, how were you even able to locate him after that?
Well, he couldn't have gotten very far.
Yeah.
So he was still in the campsite. The Namibia Animal Awareness, Petra got hold of me and put my plea up on Facebook. And the public started getting involved, and they were very supportive. And Esme decided about a week into all the correspondence, that she would just go up and try and find him.
Yeah. So I think it's time for us to meet this incredibly courageous dog, this brave dog, this beautiful canine friend, along with Liam, who decided to adopt Azaan. Let's bring them out. Look at Azaan. Oh my word. Looking as happy, as bright-eyed as ever. Liam, good morning to you. And good morning, Azaan. It's great to have both of you here. So Liam, tell me about your journey and how you got in touch with Naomi and then ended up adopting Azaan.
Well, I found out about him when they came back and they started telling me about their holiday and then the whole thing with the dog that they found at this campsite. And I said to them, well, you know, as a last resort, if you need anyone to look after him, I don't have a problem. I'll gladly take him.
Wow.
And then about a week later, they said to me, well, Liam, about taking the dog.
Here are those adoption papers
Exactly.
you were talking about. What's life been like for you? I mean, after knowing the story of what this dog has gone through and then having him in your life, what has that been like for you?
Well, the beginning was quite hectic because for the first 2 to 3 weeks, he did absolutely nothing. He just ate and stayed in his basket and was recovering. And then we took him through lots of visits to the vet to make sure everything was fine, like once a week. And then, but slowly but surely, he's been getting better and his personality's come out. And man, he's a great dog.
Almost as if he's smiling
exactly.
right about now.
He's unbelievably happy.
Beautiful. Now, I'm going to end this off with you. I want you to tell people out there, what message would you like them to take from this story in you know, putting your hand up and really doing what you believe you want to do?
I think it's important that people, if they see something, that they should report it.
Yeah.
If there is something that you can do, you can reach out. There are organizations out there who are willing to help, who dedicate their lives to helping animals in these kinds of situations. And I think what's also important is that we need to support them.
Yeah.
There's in many ways that you can help, and one of the biggest ways is to adopt.
Yes.
Adopt from a shelter, make space for more animals that they can help more animals.
Fantastic. Well, to both of you, thank you very, very much. And true to his name, Azaan, the strong one, proving just how strong and mighty he is. Look at that. And I love how he looks like he's smiling, you know, kind of leaning up against you over there. And that's our feel-good story this morning. Hope that you enjoyed it with us. We're going to take a very quick ad break. When we come back, we bring you the latest from the youth sports arena.
Katlego's got nothing on Bob. Bobtail, SA's most loved dog food for strong South African dogs.